Welcome back to the Hull City RTG. If, and it is a big if at the moment, but if results go our way today, we could lift the title in this episode. The gap, 8 points. Manchester City won their game in hand. We have West Brom. We have Arsenal, Wolves and Burnley. I don't know which of the three I want to sim actually. It's probably going to be West Brom or Burnley, considering they're the home ones. And with West Brom being 14th, I think it probably makes sense for it to be that one rather than Arsenal or Wolves. Certainly won't be. So yes, let's start then by simming this home game against West Bromwich Albion, and fingers crossed, starting off in the right way. At least it means we avoid that kit clash as well. A 4-1 win will do very nicely indeed. Pinto Wilkes, Lewis Potter Wilkes. 2 for Malik, 4 for us. City not played there, so we'll wait and see what happens when we get back to the menus. They won their match day 32. They stay 8 points behind. Malik Wilkes closes to within 1 of Bruno Fernandes at the top of that goal scoring chart. Charlie Barnett's still there on 15. We shall head now then to the game against, was it Arsenal then Wolves? It's Arsenal then Wolves. I'll see you at home against Arsenal. Drop the video a like if you enjoy this series. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any more as we move into Season 6 and certainly European football, if not as champions of the country. Let's see what we can do against Arsenal. Bernd Leno in goal for Arsenal. Maitland-Niles, Zuma, Senesi, Elvedi and Kieran Tierney as the 5. Luis Alberto and Guendouzi as the 2. And Cabral, Cunha and Pavon as the 3. Grealish on the bench. Martinelli as well. Other than that, I think that's all that's really that scary on Arsenal's bench. They are 6th. They're challenging for European football. We challenged with them for European football last season and came out 2nd best. But we've been much better this year, as you can tell from the league table, and hopefully we'll be much better in this match as well. Corner for Arsenal to start the game. Pavon receives it short from Luis Alberto, but they can't work it centrally. Elvedi to Pavon again. Elvedi's not necessarily the man to whip in superbly accurate pinpoint cross, is he really? At centre-back. I'm sure he's got a decent cross on him, but I doubt it's as spectacular as some of his more forward-thinking teammates. Here's Kieran Tierney. They're trying their best here, Arsenal, but it's not working so far. Guendouzi. Oh, I wasn't ready for that back heel. That completely sold me. And they'll get the free kick probably because I caught him as the ball was back heeled. Pavon, 32 yards, is probably a little bit too far out. Looks like they're going to go short. No, he's going to shoot Luis Alberto, and it cannons back off the wall. I feel a little bit pinned in here, to be honest. I can't really get anywhere away from goal. Nice wall over the top to Pavon. Swiveled and delivered, and Steryu puts it behind for another corner. They won't take this one short. In towards the middle it'll come. Luis Alberto delivers, and it's a good delivery too. And Zuma's up, and Galacci with a smart save to deny Arsenal the goal to go in front. Now they're going short again. Eventually, the AI will learn, or EA will code it, so much so that not every single fucking corner is taken short because they never do anything with them. Never mind. Bundled off it there in the middle, Barnett, and we're on the back foot again. Never mind, we've won it back. We'll stay at 0-0 for now, but certainly Arsenal have been the brighter of the two. Guendouzi over the top, looking for Pavon. Brings it down nicely, and into the middle and away by Garcia Vaya. Let's see what we can do defensively, perhaps on a counter-attack from an Arsenal corner then at the beginning of the second half. Pavon played in, dinks it to the middle. Zuma flicks it on, and well, as the keeper was sprawling, I genuinely thought that was going to sneak in the back post. Kurt Zuma with just a deft little flick. And you can see it's initially on target, I think. It's just bending and then bounces away from goal with the spin he's put on it. Desperately unlucky for Kurt Zuma not to give Arsenal a 1-0 lead there. That was so very close from the corner. That's how to work a short corner properly, AI, rather than all of the other nonsense you try. Barnett out there and out wide to Bayer, and Barnett will look for Wilkes. Oh, and Zuma's having plenty to do at both ends of the field right now. Barnett Wilkes not played through there. He was joint top goal scorer last year with Mo Salah and someone else. I can't remember who else it was, actually, unfortunately, that topped the goal scoring charts last season. But he's right up there again, Malik Wilkes, and actually having a better goal scoring season than he had last year. 21 was what he had at the time, at the end of the last season. And he's at 19 now with still 7 games to go, including this one. Well, 6 and a bit games to go, I guess. But he's not really had a sniff in this game, nor have we. And Arsenal haven't had much of a sniff. Zuma corner, or Zuma chance from the corner, the closest they've come. Bavon does the same again. Lewis Potter flicks away. Jovan to Luis Alberto. Nice little flick. Pavon could again deliver. Has done. Garcia Villa away. Get to that first, please, Charlie. Not the best of headers. It just kind of jumped up in the air and went nowhere. But we'll look for Malik Wilks and not finding well read by the defender. And still, we're on the back foot here. Arsenal defending very well. Lewis Potter, the obvious, but Maitland-Niles is with him. We'll go to Barnett. Pinto's pointing where he wants it, but Kieran Tierney's tracked the run. Wilks. Good footwork. Lewis Potter out of his feet, but Senesi gets the block on it. It was Maitland-Niles that was in front of me. Beat that man, but couldn't beat the other defenders around there. Plenty of space there for the shot, look. Beats Maitland-Niles, and, well, they just threw themselves in front of it, didn't they, Arsenal? Can we get something from the corner? I'll put a lot of power on it, and Wilks was there. It'll drop to Lewis Potter. Across to James Maddison. There's just not enough room for the shot. Sangare quickly to Wilks. There might be some room for a shot here. Senesi's there again. Just block shots after block shots after block shots in this video game, isn't it? Malik Wilks with the turn. There's Barnett. Oh, and he won't shoot. Tried to shoot. He just couldn't get the ball out of his feet to pull the trigger. Bundled to ground. Garcia Villa gets a step in, but now Arsenal are in behind with Jack Grealish. He's gotten his big move away from Villa Park. But he's not doing anything against Hull City here. Kieran Tierney, Guendouzi, Bayar stepping in as he has done for Tavares since that injury. Mateus Cunha might look to try and find support here. And Sturyu steps in well. This second half has just been end-to-end at the minute, hasn't it? Looking for Keane Lewis Potter then down this left-hand side. Malik Wilks is available in the middle, but there's 2 men between me and he. So we'll go to Barnett first. And can Maddison get there? No, Tierney gets the interception as Liverpool go 3-1 up against Manchester United. I don't know what the score is in the Manchester City game at this stage. They were 1-0 up at half-time against Newcastle. So as things stand, the gap is dropping yet further from 8 points to 6 as the run-in continues. Maitland-Niles looking to get in behind here. If we can sneak a winner, then it would really give us a bit of a boost heading into the final few games, that we can get it done sooner rather than later and avoid any last gasp Premier League drama that we have had in the past few seasons. Or just any last day drama last day drama that we've had in almost every season that we ever do. It'd be nice to actually seal something earlier than usual, but for the time being it's still 0-0 here against Arsenal. I feel like I've been commentating on this whole half so far. Mateus Cunha is off and Koita is on. Grealish flicks away. Sturyu nods away. Lewis Potter forward into Charlie Barnett. One final chance on the counter-attack, perhaps. Elder into Barnett. There's Maddison. Making the run is Pinto. We'll go to Bayar. Back on side Pinto and into the middle. Not yet, ref. Not yet, ref. James Maddison in the box. James Maddison with the chance, the angle, the save from Leno was headed towards Lewis Potter, but they'll work it away, and it will be 0-0 here at the K-Com against Arsenal. Both sides fought very hard indeed. Neither side able to break the other down. What was the result in the end between City and Newcastle? They extended their lead to 2-0. The gap will close to 6 with 5 games to go. 6 points, 15 points available. We shall head then into Wolves, knowing that we're going to have to start picking up wins, not draws, if we're to win this title. Wolves line up with Andre Lunin in goal, Semedo, Kilman, Martinez, Corta, Holgate and Johnny, Traore and Kudus, who's very good in this save now, Pelistri, Dan James at striker's an odd one. They've got Vinicius on the bench, Matty Cash, Rafinha, Jared Bowen. They've got a decent squad, Wolves. Kudus, we know, is 87 rated, well, at least 87 rated in this save, if not higher, if he's grown since we had a look at him in January. So he's going to be very, very dangerous. Wolves signed Dan James in January, but I didn't expect them to be playing him through the middle at striker, that's for sure. We'll wait and see if it's an inspired decision by Nuno, or whether it proves to be the decision that leaves them a little bit toothless up top. They've certainly got defenders on the bench, and you can see they're pressing rather City or Liverpool esque in these opening stages, Wolves. I don't know whether that's a good idea. Not done their research to see how good we are at cutting sides apart that do that. Martinez Quarta certainly cut in to get a good interception in there. And now they're going to try and catch me on the counter, but they can't keep it in. Munir out wide for them. He could probably be better at striker than Dan James, wouldn't he? Regardless, it's 0-0 after 10 minutes. We'll still try and build to get ourselves the first chance of the game. Lewis Potter got to that very well indeed, actually, and I couldn't quite get it to Charlie Barnett, despite his good run. Maddison has Bayard out wide, and we'll draw that back to Maddison. Trying to wrong foot the defenders. Wilkes, come on, Ches. You know your own players' names. No, not to be in the opening few stages. Now they're catching me on the counter. Jesus. It's getting it's a bit open for my liking. A bit stretched. Let's calm things down, slow things down, and try and build properly rather than just reactively counter-attacking on each other. Poked nicely to Sangare. Barnett's there again. And in some space too. Wilkes has just run offside. Barnett's gotten away from the challenge by Quarta, but he might have gone too close to the loon, and he hasn't. It's 1-0 Hull. The keeper came, couldn't get there. The defender committed and couldn't get there. And we've punished them for those two mistakes. Charlie Barnett gives us the lead. And it's a lead that's very much welcome with the way that results have been hit and miss of late. Defender, well, he did get his toe to it, to be fair to him, but not enough to steer it towards a teammate or get it away from Charlie Barnett. And the keeper came and couldn't get there. Tried to spread himself, but we got it past him, and we're in front. Barnett to Sangare. Not the best of passes, to be fair, but Barnett gets it back again, and we'll look for Wilkes. I want to try and get him some goals, Mallet Wilkes. Let's try and get him this golden boot outright this year, but he's not really been firing on all cylinders today. Alec Wilkes. We've had to rely on Charlie Barnett to give us the lead here. Oh, lovely bit of footwork from Lewis Potter. We might have to rely on him to get us a second, and he has duly delivered. We lead by 2. Keane Lewis Potter scored a handful of goals this season as well. That might be his 12th, perhaps, of the Premier League season so far. I think that was Barnett's 16th. Malik on 19. That's very well taken, though. And is it his 12th? It's his 15th. Keane Lewis Potter, perhaps a dark horse in this leading goal scorer fight. He's certainly nearly level now with Charlie Barnett. The two of them trying to catch up teammate Malik Wilkes. And again, it's those three that lead the way with regards to our offensive efforts. Pinto has contributed more this season than he did last. But still, it's the other three that lead the way. And James Maddison's been pretty decent for us. He's not scored as many goals as we might like him to. But he's gotten one here. And we're really putting Wolves to the sword now. That's 3-0 inside the first half hour. If I could have shot on his left, thought I'd be better off on his right. It was the correct decision. And Kudus. Nice block by Sangare. Pinto forward to Wilkes and around the corner. The Wolves have pushed forward, and it's not gonna end well for them here, is it? 4 goals inside the first half. It's not very often we batter someone like this. We've done it a couple of times this season, and when we are on song, we are on song. I just wish that at least one of these 4 goals had come against Arsenal. I'd rather have won this one 2-0 and the other one 2-0 if we were going to get 4 goals in these opening 2 games of the day, but never mind. It's 4-0 here at Molineux, and we're just about to tick over till half-time. Barnett with his 17th. Don't write him out for a golden boot yet. Free kick for Wolves in this second half. Traore to take it. It's not Adama. They've got a different Traore. I'm not sure which Traore it is. It's a very popular surname, isn't it? I'm trying to think of who it was. My brain can only think of Adama, obviously, and Bertrand. I'm not sure. Is it? Oh, it's Hamer Junior Traore, a cam. He's 84 rated, but I know nothing of him. They've got such a good, strong side here. They brought Vinicius on up top as well at striker. That's something I hadn't noticed. That might have actually happened in the lead up to that free kick as my attention was diverted back to my PC. Nelson Semedo could whip this ball, and Elder's in the way. All certainly looking to press and get themselves back in it. But if that falls kindly for me, we could have gone and scored another. We've had 4 shots in this game, and we've scored 4 goals. Not sure what the City result is this match day weekend. I didn't check for it at half-time. So we could be extending our lead back up, or it could be at least maintaining itself at 6 points. Vinicius has pulled one back for Wolves, and that's buried. Firing back at his manager saying, why did you start Dan James at striker when you could have just started me? Look, I'm scoring goals. It's his 4th of the Premier League season. And Wolves are, well, I hesitate to say back in it, but they've gotten a consolation goal. Over the top looking for Meunier. Finds him well. And delivered nicely. Up we go, Garcia via and away. Get to that, please. Well, up Lewis Potter and away. And Wilkes could be in for a goal. I think he's onside. He is. Malik Wilkes. Oh, my God. That's not the sign of a Golden Boot winner, is it? Jesus, Malik. Come on, mate. You're better than that. How many times have you buried those this season? He's pulled it horribly across the goal. That's not what we've come to expect from him at all. Out wide to Jared Bowen, former Hull man. Has an indifferent feeling from the fans with regards whether they'd like him back at the club, judging by the comment section of previous videos and what people have said on social media to me throughout the course of doing this series. Some would love to have him back. Others are like, get him gone. He left and left us to get relegated to League One. Well, you're not in League One anymore now, boys. You're a Premier League side and you're on the fringes of winning the title, which is certainly probably more than you can expect from your real-life team over the next 5 seasons. But you never know. You might get back to the Prem in that time. Certainly, I'd expect you to be back in the Championship in that time. But there's just 2 minutes left in this game, and we are going to run out simple 4-1 winners. Bowen is in behind here. We'll try and keep him quiet. Actually, it's a great delivery, but Steyu's cleared it away. And Elder continues to do that, and Lewis Potter will just pump it. Actually, he pumped it quite well, but unfortunately, Charlie Barnett isn't the tallest. 3 minutes added on, and it'll be a simple 4-1 victory for us here. As we scored 4 in the first half, I thought maybe we could kick on in the second, but Wolves stepped up their play, have been better, but still not good enough to get themselves any more than 1 back in return. We will maintain our lead of 6 points at the top of the table unless Manchester City have dropped points. Which we don't know yet because no other games were played on the day that we played. Dear Manchester City, have you dropped points? No, they have not. Right then, into the third and final game of today's episode then, where hopefully we can get ourselves another set of 3 points and at least maintain that 6-point gap, if not increase it. Burnley next. Tomorrow though, if we find ourselves in a position needing points with Tottenham and Manchester United to play, it could potentially go down to that final day against Sheffield United. I certainly hope and pray that it doesn't, but it is a possibility. Burnley line up with Mantle in goal. Navarro, Jimmy Dunn, Ben Gibson and Maxwell Cornet, Josh Brownhill, Adam Phillips, Joey Fearman and Ricardo Horta, with Carlos Fernandez and Mustafa Mohamed up top. We have come unstuck against Burnley in this save before. Now is not the time for that to happen again. Sangare across to Elder. Down the line to Lewis Potter, who might just have broken the line of offside and has done so well. And has James Maddison on the edge of the box. And here to Charlie Barnett. Tackled well by Ben Gibson though. And on the counter, Burnley will look to break on us. They might play some, Burnley-esque long balls, but they're going to have to be a bit better than that if they're to make Brexit football work here at the KCOM. I've got Pedro Neto starting on the right-hand side for the first time with the rest of this first team. I'm hoping that he can play well here and put in a good performance and prove that he's going to be good enough to challenge for a first-team spot when it comes to staying in the latter stages of European competition. I certainly could have taken that on further with Charlie Barnett a moment ago, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I didn't, to be fair. But Steyu's won that back, and he'll score instead. A mistake from Burnley at the back, duly punished by the Hull City centre-back, our highest-rated defender, and on the score sheet for, the second time this season. He banged in that header a couple of episodes ago that was unreal, and it just got stuck between his feet there, the Burnley defender. Got a touch with one foot to try and bring it under control, and then it kind of cannoned about between his legs, and Steyu's like, what? I mean, I'll just score then, shall I? We lead by a 1-0 at home. It is his second goal of the season, and he's thrilled with it, you can tell. Elder down the line into Lewis Potter. Forward there to Bennett. Barnett, come on, Ches, you know your own players' names. Oh my God, Malik Wilkes, is he about to get a goal? He's just bottling it. He can't seem to score a thing at the minute, Malik Wilkes. Trying my best to get you this golden boot, my guy, but you keep messing everything up. Come on, where's your devastating finish that we've become so accustomed to seeing the past couple of seasons since you adopted that striker role? Lovely ball by Navarro down the line. Fernandez is going to try and keep that in. He's done well to do so. He's got support from Josh Brownhill. He's now got a load of players around him, and he's not going to get away. Barnett could be set through here. Now, can Charlie Barnett do what Wilkes couldn't? He's away. He surely will. Barnett, 2. I mean, Wilkes is clearly happy for his teammate, but he's a teammate that might well take the golden boot away from him. I guess the most important thing is the team getting the win. But from a personal point of view, I'm sure Wilkes would be frustrated at his own lack of goals recently. I'm sure it would have been highlighted in local media. 18th goal of the season for Barnet. He's only one off Wilkes now. It's gone from 15 to 18 before Wilkes can move from 19. I hope Bruno Fernandes hasn't been banging them in, or nobody else that was slightly just behind has also been banging them in the league. I'd love to get the league title and the golden boot again for a Hull City player. I kind of wanted Wilkes to get it outright after he could only share it last season, but somehow Zach Carlos Fernandes has been able to spin and put Burnley back in the game at 2-1. The ball played through to him, and then it's not the best of touches, and that turn is just stopped the ball and then spun on it without actually touching it before bending it in the back of the net. Good goal. Well done, Carlos Fernandes. He's certainly been the biggest danger man for Burnley historically in the games we've played against them. So we'll have to keep an eye on him now for the rest of the game to ensure he doesn't get any more. Because if we don't, then certainly it would be dropping points here at home against Burnley, which is not something you really want to do if you're in a title fight. Dropping points at home against Burnley is inexcusable in a league title fight. Lovely touch and turn by Maddison. Can he give us a third? No, off the bar, and the keeper will recover to actually only punch. And then the defender clears away. It will just be 2-1 at half-time against Burnley, but it could quite easily have been 3 there. It could yet be 3 if they are... No, it's going to be 2. Oh, no, hang on. We've got the throw. You can let me throw it and then lift it. And Wilkes! Yes, it is 3 and a goal for Malik Wilkes. He's hit 20. The ref certainly should have blown his final whistle when the ball went out for the throw. And we had grievances at the referees doing that earlier on in the season against us. But it just goes to show that what goes against you will eventually level itself out. And a lovely finish off the post. That will give his confidence a lovely boost. 3-1 before half-time. Wilkes' 20th goal of the season. He may yet still get that golden boot. Fearman. Nice tackle. Have to get a bit physical with Burnley. Play them at their own game. Neto's brought that down well. He's been a bit quiet in this game, Neto. But to be fair, a lot of the players been going through my right-hand side. So I can't really be too critical of him. City take a 3-1 lead through Tammy Abraham against West Brom. So the gap looks like, provided everything stays as is and we don't crumble, and West Brom don't have a worldie of a comeback, the gap leading into... Oh, what a challenge. The gap leading into the final episode tomorrow will be 6 points with 3 games to play. Unfortunately, 2 of our 3 games to be played are against Tottenham and Manchester United, and certainly points can be dropped there. Maddison from the edge of the box. Oh, it's a great block by Ben Gibson, unfortunately. Right on the counter. Here come Burnley. Have to avoid that crumble in this game because the nature of our running is so tough. With those final 2 or 3 games, it really genuinely could go down to that Sheffield United game. Nice tackle by Garcia Vaya. Bayard can't get his clearance away though, and Carlos Fernandes is... Oh no, Stayus tripped over his teammate. Galacci makes the save. Bloody hell, that was a little bit calamitous, wasn't it? Oh, I didn't see who it was that was going off or coming on. It is Carlos Fernandes that's gone off. I'm happy to see that. It's just Luis Suarez has come on in his place. Luis Jose Suarez, I think it is, isn't it? Is it Jose? It's Luis something Suarez. Not Barcelona, Atletico Madrid Luis Suarez. What's his middle name? I can never remember. Oh, it's... Yeah, Luis Javier Suarez. And he wasn't... Yeah, Fernandes must have gone off, and he is now still listed because he was a substitute. So Luis Javier, my brain told me Jose, I knew it was a J. Luis Javier Suarez is on for Burnley, but with less than half an hour to go now, and us continuing to defend well, I think the result is safe. Look at Pedro Neto asking for it. We'll give it to him if he can keep that in. Excellently worked. Touch and then turn. Oh, but he can't get away from Maxwell Cornet, to be fair. Cornet's very fast, and certainly has experience as a winger, so kind of knew what to expect there. 20 plus minutes to go, still 3-1, and we've won it back again. And it still could be 4. Looking for Wilkes. He's onside. It is 4! Malik Wilkes with 21 for the season now. He's found his form. Oh, nice interception by Maddison. Only got West Ham. Fearman. Maddison, wow, physical and legal, albeit probably borderline legal, but makes the challenge well. I should have gone left. As soon as I'd committed to play the pass, I couldn't cancel the action quickly enough, and I knew I should have gone left to Keane Lewis Potter there. That's a good ball played forward, and Fearman will get that down to Phillips. Here's Jimmy Dunn over the top, and that's a great ball too. Another goal for City. Anything we can do, they can do just as well. 4-1 in their game too now. Hear me, calm down, City. Stop it. You're not getting this title. I'm determined. Be a hell of a collapse, wouldn't it, if we don't win this title now. Horta driving in behind. Oh, and he's somehow gotten past Bayer. Oh, and he's hit the post. It's gone through the keeper's legs. Burnley very close to a second. Deary me. How on earth did that nearly go in from there? Maxwell Corner is quick, but Pedro Neto's just as quick. And thanks to stamina, faster on this occasion. Oh, we've got to try and get Wilkes a hat-trick. Oh, but I forced him too far wide. Oh, let's just go for a 5th goal then. Potter, yes! 5-1. Beat that, City. Phillips, with whom it all started to go downhill for Burnley, and where it ends is Hull 5, Burnley 1. Much, much happier with that result. Thank you very much. We battered Wolves and Burnley. Couldn't do anything against Hull. City weren't able to add a 5th. We were one better than them in the result, and we should be one better than them come the final match day as well. We have Tottenham away. They have Manchester United. Man United could deny City the title either against them or against us. Regardless, they could deny Manchester City the title. They've got United, then we've got... they've got Brighton at home. That should be a victory for them. And on the final day, they've Leicester. That's not going to be straightforward for City. It may well go down to the final day, but we shall wait and see. Tomorrow's finale hopefully will see us lift the Premier League title. If it doesn't, it will be the most dramatic swing that we've had in any season finale ever, and probably the most depressing swing that will certainly be entertaining for you guys to watch, as I no doubt would lose my mind. 3 games, 6 points. Let's get it done tomorrow. Join me then. I'll see you later.